Hello everyone, welcome to Happy Science Meditation Seminar. I'm Bobby Mai, Minister of Happy Science. Thank you for joining us today. First of all, let us recite Prayer to the Lord. Prayer to the Lord. Our Lord, Alcantara, you are the source of all light, all power, all wisdom, and all love. May you give us light, give us power, give us wisdom, and give us love. O Lord, our Father, please protect this planet of love earth. Protect us from all evil, and open a future for us. O Lord, thank you for giving us light. We give thanks from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you again for joining us today. Today, we will practice the Eightfold Path. The Eightfold Path is a reflection method to discover the true self, which is the right state of mind that can be found by examining our thoughts and deeds objectively. Shakyamuni Buddha established 8 checking points through which people can examine their own thoughts and deeds, such as right view, right thought, right speech, right action, right living, right effort, right will, and right meditation. Righteousness in the Eightfold Path does not imply a simple set of model behaviors against which people can judge themselves to right or wrong. It means a right state of that can only be attained through deep contemplation. Here is the practical tips for Eightfold Path. First, recognize objectively what you saw, what you thought, what you said, and what you did, looking at yourself. 2. Discover the basic reason for a negative way of seeing, thinking, saying, and doing. 3. Remove negative way by drawing a positive image in your mind. Also, things to keep in mind is the principle of self-responsibility. That is, seeing your present circumstances as the outcome of your past choices and efforts. Now I'm going to explain today's point, right seeing the two. Second, see yourself rightly. See yourself from the viewpoint of your guardian spirit. In the course of your life, you may have a major quarrel with someone and bear hatred toward that person for many years. You may have experienced many types of failure and accidents. You may have fallen ill or suffered an injury. In fact, it is impossible to live without encountering such undesirable events. Yet, I would like you always to try to imagine how these events would look to your guardian spirit. Making a habit of reviewing each of your experiences in this way will allow you to understand them more deeply, rather than just seeing them as good or bad, or considering them merely as problems of like and dislike. Your guardian spirit knows your life plan and what you intended to accomplish in this lifetime. If you always try to look at yourself from the viewpoint of your guardian spirit, you will gradually come to understand how your life looks through those eyes. And even if you have taken a wrong turn, you will be able to get clues about how to reshape your life from this point on. Now let us examine several cases. Some of you may complain about your parents, but just imagine what would have happened to you had both your parents died immediately after your birth. You may have been adopted or sent to an orphanage. Another example is the man who always complained about his wife, saying that he has a hard time because she is so inefficient. But what would have happened to him if he had never had the chance to marry anyone? Others may complain about an illness, but how would their lives have been if they had been born handicapped? As you can see in these examples, when you examine your present life from a completely different angle, entirely forgetting the past and starting with a clean slate, you can see the various problems you are facing in a new light, as if you are rewinding and replaying a tape over and over again. You can take a fresh view of your own likes and dislikes, the things you consider to be good or bad, and your relationship with the people around you. Once you have attained this level looking at things, you will be able to stand back and be detached from yourself. At present, you may complain, "I don't like that person," and perhaps he doesn't like me either. I'm getting along with my friends. My colleague and I are angry with each other. My wife and I are fed up with each other. Or my children and I cannot really love each other, and so on. However, deeply contemplate in meditation and calmly ask yourself, what would have happened if you had lived a completely different life? This should lead you to consider the possibility of a completely different understanding of good and bad, and help you to realize that you may also have been the cause of other people's unpleasant experiences. Now let us watch Master Oka's lecture titled "Show Your True Strength Lying Dormant in You."
Master Ryoho Kawa's lecture, show your true strength lying dormant in you. Some of you who tend to underestimate your ability, humiliate, and deprecate yourself need to be aware that you are all children of God. You must try hard to show your true strength. Otherwise, you will remain a coward. Don't make excuses like, I have low status in society, my family is poor, my standing in the company is low, our company president has no enthusiasm. That shouldn't be the reason why you don't have to do anything. It is very cowardly. Even if your standing is low, you are a child of God, who has God's nature within. Then you must know that you have things to accomplish in this life as a child of God. While people at the top need humility, people at a lower level are required to have courage and self-confidence, which should be pursued by themselves. You have to keep building up your own self-confidence. Confidence is acquired through self-discipline. But basically it depends on whether you truly believe that you are a child of God. When you strongly believe that you are a child of God, the path will surely open up for you. Always making excuses such as, I can't do anything as the path is blocked before me, merely proves that you are an ordinary person. It may not be someone else nor your environment that blocks your path. It may not be your boss's fault, but simply you haven't been awakened to your own mission and did not try hard enough to pave your path. It is very important to know this. If you are willing to sacrifice yourself, you can do anything. If you would give your life for something, you can open any path. A huge amount of power is lying dormant within you. You must have 100 times more strength in you. Don't wait for instructions from someone. Don't make excuses for things that are blocking you, but keep on thinking merely on the things that you can do now. Then you can accomplish 100 times more things as you do now. It is important to remove self-restrictions on yourself. Have strong faith. You must know that faith in itself is a kind of strength. If your faith is strong, you will experience a different phenomenon. The world around you will change in proportion to the strength of your faith. Strong faith serves as a magnet and affects people around you to change themselves. If you don't understand the situation on your own, put yourself in the other person's shoe. Can people really laugh at or harm someone who are serious about their faith in God or Buddha? Even someone without faith dare not do so. Don't think that the present situation is determined by your environment, but believe that your environment will change, depending upon the way you think and believe. It is important to understand this.
How was Master Oka's lecture? You are a child of God and originally good person. Now, practice of Eightfold Path on right view to seeing yourself rightly. Now let us start practicing right view, especially on the study whether or not you have been seeing yourself rightly. First, observe 2 or 3 incidents that have impacted on your life, as though you are looking at the film. Second, how did you feel and how would you evaluate yourself? Third, imagine how these events would look to your guardian spirit, who knows about your life plan. Ask yourself, what would happen if I had lived a completely different life? Fifth, check yourself from the standpoint of God or Buddha. Are you ready? Firstly, let us recite prayer to Guardian and Guiding Spirit. Prayer to Guardian and Guiding Spirit. My Guardian and Guiding Spirit, deep inside of me, you are the fountain of life, the light of hope, the source of wisdom, and the shield of courage. Every day may you help me develop my soul and refine my mind. Every day may you give me inspiration and show me the right path to follow. Please protect me from all evil and guide me in living a better life. For this I give my thanks. Okay, let us practice right view now. Sit straight and close your eyes lightly. Start breathing deeply. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Breathe deeply. Try to calm your mind. Now let us begin. Checkpoints are shown in the screen. Please begin. How about the reflection? Could you find yourself who you are? Now let us practice meditation. Meditation of light, which shows your true self. Let us start. Just follow the guidance.
では、光の瞑想やってみたいと思います。
Now, let us practice the meditation of light.
今日は心を楽にして、やってくださいね。そんなに深刻にならなくて結構ですから。
Please relax your mind. You don't need to feel so grave about today's practice.
いいですか？背筋伸ばして、はい、軽く目を閉じてください。呼吸を整えてください。
We will do this in 3 parts, each for 5 minutes. Then please sit tall with your back straight. Gently close your eyes. Calm your breathing.
最初の光の瞑想は皆さんが生まれてから小学校を終える頃まで12歳頃までを対象とします。この中で大きく2つに分かれて6歳まで学校に上がるまでの頃と、それから小学校1年から6年までのこの両方があると思います。
For the first meditation of light, we will focus on the period from the time of your birth until the age of about 12, when you finished elementary school. This period can also be further divided into 2 parts, the first part being until you were about 6, until you first went to school, and then the second part being from your first until your 6th year of elementary school.
この間において自分の一番光っていた姿、今見ても素晴らしいなと思える姿、こんな自分があったんだなと思える姿、これを思い出してみてください。
Please call to mind a time when you shine the brightest, a time that seems wonderful to you, even if you look back on it now, a time when you were such that you have now forgotten. Let's begin.
はい、それでは引き続いて2番目に入ります。同じ状態でいきます。
Now we will move into the second phase, which will be like the first.
12歳から18歳までの次はやります。前半は中学生時代だと思います。後半は高校生時代だと思います。学生時代、この学校で学んでいた時代、この頃にすでに皆さんの魂の方が芽生え、こんなものがあったはずです。
Now we'll look at the ages from 12 to 18. The first half will be when we were in middle school, and the second half will be taken up with our high school years, our student years, when we were in such and such a school. By this point, each of your souls had already begun to sprout, will already have begun to bud.
この中学校高校の時代に実は自分の一番いい面というのがもうすでに出てきているはずなんです。一番光っている面が出てきています。
By middle school and high school, your best facets have already begun to show. The parts of you that shine most brightly have already begun to come through.
ではこの前半後半に分けて12歳から18歳までの自分というものを振り返ってみてください。その中で光り輝いている素晴らしい自分というものを発見してみてください。
So, please look back on yourself in these two halves as you were from the age of 12 to the age of 18, and please find the wonderful and shining self that was apparent then.
それでは引き続いて3番目のところに入ります。18歳以降に入っていきます。実社会に出られた方もいらっしゃるでしょうし、さらに上級の学校に進まれた方もいらっしゃると思いますが、これからの反省は18歳以降、実社会に出ていく姿です。女性の場合は結婚もされ、あるいは家庭に入られる方もいらっしゃるし、男性の場合は職業を持たれる方もあるでしょう。
We'll take a look at ourselves as we were from the age of 18 onward. Some of you had by then already entered into the world of work, while others of you were moving up to higher levels of education. But this meditation is concerned with your having entered society after the age of 18. Some of you may have gotten married and started a family. Others may have taken up a job and started their work.
この18歳以降の自分というものを振り返ってみて、そして自分の一番輝いていた時代、光っていた時期、自分の才能が素直に素晴らしく思えた時期、世の中にいよいよ出ていって、そして自分が光っていた時、この本当の自分の素晴らしい姿、これを発見していただきたいと思います。
I would like for you all to look back at who you were from the age of 18 and to find the time when you shone most brightly, when you put forth the most light, when you could simply think that your own talents were a sight to behold, when you were set to begin making your way in the world, when you were shining, and when you really, truly were wonderful.
では、18歳以降の自分で一番光っていた時期というものをずっと思い浮かべてみてください。
Now, bring before your minds the brightest self that you have been since the age of 18.
はい、じゃあそれまでです。目を開けてください。楽な姿勢でなってください。
Now, please finish your meditation. Please open your eyes and return to a relaxed position.
How was your meditation? Your true self is the joy and happiness itself. Eightfold Path is the method to restore your true self. So please practice every day. Thank you for joining us today. We'll see you next. Thank you. Bye now.